continuing with different aspects of my life, I didn't mention I've been involved with gambling other than in poker. So one is blackjack. Blackjack, although a gambling game, is clearly a game of skill. It's by far the fairest casino game that they spread in casinos, and actually somewhat or slightly fairer in Las Vegas than it is in England, though not hugely different. And the way you do it is you have to be quite good, not memorize the cards. That would be possible for some people, but not for me. I don't have enough knowledge like that. But to remember the spread of the cards. Now, blackjack is based on hitting the number 21. And you can do that best of all with having an ace and a 10 spot, i.e. a 10, jack, queen or king. And that gives you a blackjack. And if you hit the blackjack and the dealer doesn't, then you get 6-4 for your money. Why it's always called 6-4 rather than 3-2, I have no idea. So it's to the advantage of the players if there are more than aces and tens left in the deck. They usually nowadays use 6 decks and shuffle up the cards and deal down to the last 1 or 2 decks. They don't want to keep shuffling up because that takes time and that will cost them money if they're winning. The casino, I mean. So what you do is every time it hits an ace or a 10, you count -1. And every time it comes up a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, you count +1. If the count becomes positive, then it can favour the player. So then when that happens, you bet more money before the cards are dealt. There was one occasion at the Sportsman Club in Tottenham Court Road. I was waiting for play in a poker game. So I was sitting at the blackjack table for a bit, counting the cards as best I could, by no means perfect. And the count became good. So I increased my bet, maybe from £5 to £25, or maybe from £1 to £10, something like that. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. I increased my bet, and to my astonishment, the table was literally covered with it because we're playing perhaps 900 in aces and tens. And I played my hand. I don't even remember the result of it, but I must have won. And I heard the dealer say to the houseman, "Can you believe that?" And the houseman said, "Yes." So I'd won my money. And a few moments later, I went off to play poker in another room. Upstairs, indeed. I came back the following day and I found I was barred from the whole casino. Now, that was a disaster because at that time I was making half my money from being a school teacher and half my money from being a poker player. I counted that as being a professional poker player and a professional school teacher at the same time. Well, I was a lot younger then than now. So it was a disaster. But fortunately, the man who ran the poker game at the time, somebody called Ted Isles, was not only a poker player, he was also a strong chess player. He'd even played in the British Chess Championship just before the war. And I think it was a 12-player tournament. He got 50%. Actually, I think I might be wrong. It was just after the war that he did that. Anyway, he arranged for me that I could go to the casino, I could go to the poker room, but I wasn't allowed to play any of the casino games. They were frightened of me if I was playing roulette, punta banco, possibly even slot machines. I don't remember about that. So that was an interesting little exercise. Did I win much money at blackjack? No. I wasn't good enough. I had friends who were much stronger than me. The difficulty was you could get barred, and I found it difficult to concentrate because there are other people in the game, and you can get distracted. And the advantage wasn't that great. I have several books on the subject. Most famous was the first one called Beat the Dealer. What a good idea. And they do give valuable information about how you should play if you're counting the cards. There is one particular point that the books are all written about American blackjack, but the fact is American blackjack favours the player more than it does in Europe, because they have a rule that if the dealer has an ace, you can bet on whether he has a blackjack if you want to. And then, before any more action takes place, the dealer looks to see whether he has a 10 giving him a blackjack or not. If he has, the dealer has won all the money on the table. In Britain, you don't get to know whether the dealer has a blackjack until all the action has taken place. So to give you a very basic part of the strategy, if you have 2 8s, you are supposed to split them against anything in America. But in England, if the dealer has an ace, you shouldn't split them because he may have a blackjack, which of course you can't get anywhere near. You've lost, wasted your money. So that's a little tip. Just came out